view for this, but now it is time. Map 1, Subliners, Huntsmen. We expect this to be a battle, especially in the respawns. Two of the top teams in those modes, as we'll kick things off with Mac.
Yeah, and just looking at the records for Ramaza, 5-1 for Chicago overall, 5-6 for New York. So a lot of repetitions for New York, but we've talked about just how good at respawn the Huntsmen have been. But off this start, it's going to be New York with that early time. Envoy just locking down middle of the map. He wants to make sure they have those rotations early on to Electronic. But you see down below, Attach is going to spawn up, try to hit that right away.
And he might have found a great timing to get on through. At number 1 on the minimap, already set up at the next hard point. The rest of his team kind of flooding through mid-map, but he's in a sneaky position for sure. Do you see Huntsman still spawning up towards that hard point? I just don't know if they have any idea he is here. Now, can they catch him? Pristini's going to be the first one in. Attach is already tucked away in a corner. Zuma here as well, but Pristini able to find the kill. Attach hasn't made his presence known yet, and there he is. Attach is going to pounce. What does it do now to the spawns? It looks like it's going to be parallel, at least for now. Huntsman going to be fighting over the top. Temp spawns out pretty deep, but he's trying to get back in.
Yeah, I think they knew that Zuma was there because he was able to find a kill, but they weren't able to find Attach. The gunfights inside. 3 go down for New York, Chicago. They have the spawns. They have control. Taking a look at the early scoreboard, we talked about Temp, and I thought this was going to be his meta. He had a great day yesterday, struggling here early on, 0-6 for Temp. And maybe that's just due to Ramaza, where he has to run that MP5 instead of the M4. A great time for Chicago early on. You see Formal continuing where he left off yesterday. He was on a 5 spree, just gets taken down, but this is going to be a 60-point lead when all is said and done.
Yeah, great job here from Huntsman. The streak drops for Formal, but RC is now 6-3. He's got 3 in a row. They'll get the remainder of that time, but you can see Subliners layered across mid-map very well. We'll go over to Zuma's POV near the bomb site, as he's in a position to slow down this transition from Huntsman. We'll see if he can get the shots in. He cannot. It's Arceus that's put him down. Accuracy then tries to pick it up. He will drop as well, and here's the flood. Now flying on through towards Ruins is going to be Huntsman. You see the picture-in-picture. There's no action in the hard point because Subliners got the setup they want, but this is the big moment now for Huntsman. Can this push on through the back work? And what a kill for Pristini that was.
Yeah, Huntsman sticking with that 3 AR setup. Remember, we saw Temp. He had an MP5. Mac able to find 2, so we'll keep an eye on that and what he wants to switch to do. But yeah, I mean, they had to peel it back layer by layer. You saw the first gunfight by Ruins, then the second one on the spawners. Then they're finally able to get in. They will find the first 20 seconds, or the final 20 seconds. But what this does is this puts Chicago in a bit of a trap back here. They have to find some kills to get out of this barbershop setup. You do have Zuma, who is trying to work the flank. He gets taken down. You see where these spawns come in. They're going to have one player back all the way up for New York as we rotate over to construction. But Chicago, they got another hike across the map.
Let's see if they can get the early kills quickly like they did in the last transition. Pristini says hi at top ladder, but somebody else is in position to take him down. Can he get it now into double digits? Is Pristini going off? Can the streak stay alive? 14-3 start from Pristini. What a stretch this is from him, but he's going to get caught on the cross. Zuma puts him to rest. Now into the hard point we go. Formal has gotten in. The early break is there once again for Huntsman. How much time can they turn this into? Off the top rope comes Accuracy as he breaks on through. Subliners are going to get right back into the point and try to chip away at this early lead. You mentioned Tim's kind of woes early in the game. They're continuing 2-12 for him so far.
Yeah, but this was a good hold by New York, so they're still within striking distance. I still just wonder, like, around the meta, right? Like, with the fact that he hasn't pulled out a third M4, I can see Ramaza being a good sub map, right? There's a lot to finesse with in and out of the buildings, but it feels like the M4 right now still showing its dominance. You see it all in the kill feed. Arcides and Pristini, the twins, going off. Envoy, he's going to find the 4th. Arcides with the 5th, so this should be a clean hold. But yeah, 2-13, and maybe you're just not taking a lot of the gunfights that you would like if you are Temp.
Yeah, the twins are like plus 20. You kind of nailed that there. The combo, their firepower, absolutely frying. And I saw Pristini tweet last night, like, He used to run AR. You might not remember it
Yes.
from Black Ops 3, he said, but it's a role he is comfortable in. It's just crazy to think about with relation to the last couple of years and the speed of his gameplay, but he seems to be comfortable for sure in this role, and he's getting it done as Huntsmen look to open it up to their biggest lead of the game. Now right back over to Mac with Subliners we go.
Well, I was going to say, you talk about the speed of Pristini. Don't forget about the speed of this guy as well. Mac, he's running the second M4 for New York. And I think just with the weapon, the sort of do-it-all weapon that it can be, the speed can absolutely still be there. You can take a lot of close-range fights. So it's almost like their roles are a little bit same. It's just they're doing it with a different weapon.
Yeah, and, you know, with the removal of Merc foregrip, you probably have even a better chance now against an MP5 at close range compared to what it would have been, you know, a couple weeks back. But Zuma, little snap-a-doodle-doo as he's able to take out Envoy and Formal as he makes the play. They need a nice hold here with 30 seconds remaining. They've got great coverage on the map. It's attached top cafe. It's trying to stop any movement towards the hard point. A team kill from Envoy, but he does take one down with him as well.
I mean, this has been such a good hold, though. I mean, you look at the scoreboard now. It's about a 70-80 point lead. Cut down to 30. You have spawns for Electronic. If New York come back to win this, you might look at this as the pivotal moment for them. This bridge hill is just so darn good for New York. Yeah, well, we keep talking about Temp, but you know what? His team is still in it.
Yeah, you got to feel good that this is the scoreline when he is 4-18.
There's the M4 as well. There's the switch that we talked about.
Okay, so the switch comes in. How crucial will it be for them? Can they string together two solid hard points here? Look at everybody that's outside for Huntsmen looking for a point of entry. Can they find any early picks? So far, the answer is no. One of the greatest duos of all time, and Attach and Zuma able to lock it down. Accuracy and Mac then back it up. Everybody from Huntsmen is dropping. It's another sensational hold from Subliners and a chance at their first lead in what seems to be forever. What a stretch this has been for Subliners.
And just after Ruins, where Chicago, they started so well, you go to that bridge hill. And we see this a lot on Ramaza because a lot of the hills, you really do have to just fight so many different angles and fight for power positions. In New York, they were able to hold on. Now they have this lead, but Chicago, a chance for them to get right back into it as they get set up for Barbershop.
We know Huntsmen can be great at breaking hard points, but Subliners, that early setup, not allowing them to do it. But Huntsmen, can they answer? Nice snap from Pristini, takes one down. Scump with a double through that as well as they look to retake the lead. It's Scump still lurking towards top rugs as he rotates over to bottom cafe and just takes down too easily. I like that back down against the M4 and Temp. Right across from him, they've got to worry about his position. He's really got the cross, almost able to take down two more, but it was 5 in a row before he fell. Now Huntsmen, a chance not to close it out, but they can put a ton of pressure on Subliners here, get right around that 240 mark with the rest of this time.
It looks like Zuma's going to go for this time. Zuma, yeah, Zuma's going to sneak on through. He spawns up Ruin side. On the other side of the map, it's Arcides, who's trying to get across. He wanted to get inside of construction for that final hill. So Zuma, he's able to disrupt some time. Now it's New York's chance. If they're able to lock this down, they can win it. They only need 53 seconds. You have one player here in Scump. Attach is going to win that one-on-one. You see the positions of Chicago. They have to get carpet control. They have to get across that bridge, and here they go.
What a big push this is. Can they get it done? Through the smoke they go. Arcides, the point man with the M4. Mac, ready and waiting, but Pristini, the other side of that twin duo, able to take one down as Formal finds two entries as well. This could be the break, and it is. Huntsmen are able to get in, and what a massive one it is. Subliners now have to do everything in their power to try and get in. Just 5 points from victory. Our Huntsmen, what a much-needed break it was at the tail end of this game. There's a contest for just a moment, but it's not enough, and Huntsmen take the map one.